Hello and welcome everybody. Today we are going to be patching Windows servers with Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager and Ansible Automation Platform. And with Ansible's new certified Microsoft.MECM Collection, we can bring the capabilities of AAP and MECM together for seamless end-to-end patching. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now imagine we've just had some critical updates come through that need to be patched to our production web servers ASAP. To start, we're going to run our Ansible job template to define our update group and deployment policy in Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager so everything is staged and ready to go. We can create a name for our update group. We'll call this one Web Security Patches and select which updates we need. This playbook uses the Microsoft.MECM Software Update Group and the Microsoft.MECM Software Update Deployment modules to make these changes in MECM. Now let's take a quick look in the Configuration Manager just to make sure that that deployment group was created as expected with the intended updates. So here we have that Web Security Patches group. And those are the updates we selected. Perfect. Now that we've verified everything in the Configuration Manager, it's time to run our next job template. This job is going to check if our prod web server device collection has all the required updates installed. And this playbook utilizes the Software Update Deployment Info module to check our specified group's compliance. Now this failure you see here is exactly what we want. It confirms the updates are missing and tells Ansible it's time to get to work. Now before we start actually patching these servers, we're going to need to run a playbook to gracefully end any services running on them and drain any traffic going to them. This ensures that the hosts are safely offline so that we can maintain zero downtime for the actual application itself. And now we're ready to move on to the actual patching. So we'll launch our job template here, which uses the Install Updates module to trigger the installation of those critical updates we staged earlier to each of our prod web servers. And once the patches are complete, we're going to use a client action to report that success back to the MECM console so our records are instantly updated. All right, so now the patch is complete and the MECM console has been updated. But AAP's job isn't finished quite yet. We still need to bring everything back up on those servers. So finally, we'll launch our job template to restore the services running on these servers, run a health check to ensure they're operating as expected, then send traffic back to them. Now, just like that, once this job completes, the prod web servers are now patched, compliant, and ready for production. Before we wrap up, I want to show you how all of these pieces fit together to unlock the full capability of the Ansible Automation Platform. While we saw earlier that these playbooks work great individually, the real power is in linking them together into this one-click workflow that can be reused for multiple patches. Now let's take a look and see that we start with that Create Update Group and Policy playbook. Once it completes successfully, we move on to check that all of our required updates are installed. If that fails and finds that any servers don't have those required updates, it will immediately begin gracefully ending any services and draining the traffic from those servers. Then once that completes successfully, we get to install the updates and update the MECM console. Then lastly, once that completes successfully, we get to perform that post-patch validation and restore the services and traffic to those servers. So now we can handle the entire audit and patching process automatically from start to finish. Thanks for watching, everybody.